Welcome back to the show. So, we have the last map of Dignitas versus Lounge. It is going to be Overpass. Dignitas potentially with an opportunity to take it in 2 maps, but unable to do so. So we go to the third. Dan, how are you feeling about this one?
Well, it's not. I think there could be worse maps for Dignitas to play on. It's an easy one in that you don't get punished as hard for rotations, and of course, like you can also take a lot of situations individually on the CT side. I feel like that's going to help Dignitas out. Having not the drills and the players being used to playing as the normal kind of unit kind of a style that Dignitas would want to play. So I feel like they're okay, but again, I still feel like Lounge should be winning this series because they're a team that has all the facets of the team. They can run the drills. They've got a lot of skill. They've showing that in the last map. And SZPERO is an excellent AWPer. If he really gets going in this map, I think Dignitas will have a hard time holding on.
Wienecke, where do you stand?
Well, we've seen the Dignitas perform extremely well against G2 on Overpass on both of their sides, but now it's a whole different story with 2 stand-ins, and we talked about how Overpass is a great map for Lounge. Even before, when they were playing for ESC, it was probably their best map, one on which they could compete with the tier 1 teams. But still, something's telling me that Dignitas is going to pull through here. I mean, it's the final, it's the map that's going to take you to Vegas, and I feel that maybe Lounge is going to choke a bit, and the Dignitas is going to win this 2-1.
Finally, Halvor?
I'm going to put my faith in CSGL Lounge for this map, simply because they have the power of the 5. That's really how easy it is. I think it's going to be too hard to actually coordinate a proper T side for Dignitas to actually get away with it.
Okay, well, we will soon find out exactly where the power lies on the Dignitas side, or if it's missing completely. We're about to go into the pistol, and I believe Dignitas won, and they are going to start on the CT side. So if they can rack up the rounds here, then maybe they will have an easier time of it on the T side. However, Lounge will have other ideas.
Yeah, the pistol begins, and what kind of aggression will we see here? Dignitas taking a few players towards the connector area. Oh my goodness, we get a team frag to start off this match. First blood. Oh dear, there it is. Kjærbye trying rapidly to backpedal, but he can't get to safety in time. This is a calamity for Dignitas. Config needs to come out with 4 kills now to save this round for Dignitas. It's got a good position for 1 or maybe 2, but they are going to peek in with the jumps, and he won't even get a single player. What a disaster.
And not the start you wanted if you're Dignitas in this situation, and it's unfortunate. Instead of getting potentially 1 or 2 easy opening frags and the potential to getting away, you have a team kill on Cajun, and Cajun gets caught in because he spends so much time actually trying to find that first frag. In the end, there's not a lot neither Sandin or Comfy can do in that situation unless they get just instant headshots, which is pretty hard to do in those type of situations.
We have a shot push coming in from Dignitas, but it's not going to get there fast enough despite the flashbang coming in from high. 3 players lost so far. This is a force buy from the CT side, and they're getting absolutely wrecked. So disastrous start to the final map of this best of 3. Again, the winner of this map, of this one map, will head to Vegas in January for the finals of this tournament.
And the consensus also from us did seem to be that Dignitas needed the strong CT start to actually have a good chance at winning this map. And this is pretty much the opposite way of going about that. Not even a frag on the force buy. That's a grim reality.
They still have the potential to hold on to a scout, so that could be nice for them going up in the next round if they can get a couple of tags. If Lounge decide to go towards that A bomb site and particularly long. So they could find a couple of frags there, harm the economy of Lounge somewhat, but yeah, not the start Dignitas we're looking for. But still, if they're able to win the first buy round, they could still start a surge and actually get a pretty decent CT side in total.
Fingers crossed for them. In the meantime, they will be on the residual round, if you will, where you do not expect much to happen at all. Sandin has a scout, and that's pretty much all there is to report about the CT side at the moment. They're stacking the B bomb site. We've got RUBINO over towards the barrel area, and he's going to get taken down. There we go. Everyone's dead, apart from MSL, who will probably be joining them shortly.
And it's another round as well where no damage is really incurred for Lounge. Their money is going to be outrageous after this one. So it's going to be a long road for Dignitas, and a road it's quite cute from MSL to actually get away there.
Going for hero defuse.
This is surely never happening. Ooh, almost. He almost could get the frag here. Pulls out the scout as well, looking for the finishing shot. And very nicely there that he was denied that. So look at the cash here, 12k on Innocent.
Yeah, a lot of Mach 10, yeah, a ton of Mach 10 kills actually. And Lounge doing the smart thing, knowing that the only weapon they saved from the previous round was the scout, so going quickly towards the B-bomb site really limits the options, or the opportunity really, for Sandin to do anything at all with that scout. And now, the all-important first buy round, and I like this. We saw this setup versus G2 as well from Dignitas.
KGB currently on -1 kills. Gonna be a long road ahead for him. Speaking of long roads, we've got 3 players on long for the T side. Dignitas opting not to have a presence there, although that flashbang may give Dignitas a clue as to what might be happening on long. They will be able to spot by jumping over the APC, or van, if you're not familiar with what an APC is, in CT spawn, as RUBINO is doing right now. That is the APC.
The armored personnel carrier. Now they edge closer and closer to the players of Dignitas up by the toilets, and the bomb is actually the leading player in that position, so they could lose the bomb here if Innocent wants to die. He gets the kill, however, and the trade doesn't come in. So this is a very bad look here for Dignitas. They'll get 1 frag, but they are losing way too many players here. 2 remain for Dignitas. This is not a good look at all. This round seems to be a bit of a blowout.
Yeah, they look to be wiped out now. Config moving towards the site, but what is the expectation here? Maybe hiding in plain sight and waiting for these T's as they rotate away. Sun may give the game away. Yes, the barrel will expose his position. Just an unfortunate timing looking to his right as mouz comes in from his left. So Dignitas with this is a catastrophic start to the round now. SZPERO, knowing that his opponent will be on the eco, is going to pick up the Mach 10 so he can try and do better running around versus potential stacks around corners, double peaks, that kind of thing. And also just make lots of money. Doesn't really matter if he dies. So he will be charging in, but Config's going to leave him dead in the water. Quite literally, good start for Dignitas on this eco.
Yeah, it seemed like they wanted to use SZPERO the similar way enemy, or I guess it's Splice, used Stewie when we watched them play Inferno yesterday. Basically just as a bit of an observer, trying to figure out what's going on and if there's any sort of stack, but Lounge weren't really in a position to actually take advantage of the information they would have gotten. So now it's just slowly moving back towards B, and this is what they've done in pretty much every anti-eco so far.
It's a bit of a wipeout, as expected. MSL in from the back, but quickly eliminated. So Lounge with another round to their name, and Dignitas with another struggle into their buy rounds. And at least for this one, they will have all the nades, as their money is pretty good. But it's going to be curious as to what strategy Lounge would play. It'd be quite fun to see them go for a fast execute or contact play, just to see if they could disrupt the pace of Dignitas.
And that could really throw Dignitas off, especially because this is such a massive buy round for them. They pretty much have to win at this point and start building some rounds. You can see that this time around they're actually opting to play with 3 people on B instead of 3 people towards A, which they did when they had that boost. And that's probably partially because MSL has an op that he can hold on along with all by himself.
Lounge starting extremely slowly. They know Dignitas are on the buy. They want to know how Dignitas are changing their approach after a 0-5 start. One would presume that Dignitas will change something up here. We see the flash peek on long, which will force MSL all the way back to the site. And Lounge will slowly advance. A minute on the clock here. Still with a lurker towards B, the bomb towards T spawn. Still fairly passive. Sandin in an aggressive position towards the toilets, but as that clock continues to tick, he will start to move back towards the site where Dignitas can try to mount a stronghold. They will be denied information towards long, as you can see there. We've got the smokes towards toilets as well, so it seems that Lounge are going for an execute towards the A site. However, again, SZPERO is still all the way back at the moment, potentially moving towards the B bomb site, so it could be a fake we're seeing here.
Yeah, it looks like they want to go for that, and the unfortunately for Lounge, they lost their player on A long more or less immediately. So the fake attempt is going to be pretty transparent at this point, and we'll have the player making its way into the B side. H&B down at the water, able to take down the bomber. Significant damage onto SZPERO as well, and that is going to be key now because now there's no time to plant. SZPERO needs to try and get himself safely away with the AWP, and it looks pretty good here for Dignitas. In fact, is he going to go for some peek? No. Dignitas 1 rounds. Lounge maybe leaving that one a little bit too late.
Yeah, no. So what Lounge tried to do is pretty much fake what I would like to call the Navi take, which is the execute towards A that Navi does time and time again, are extremely efficient with. And they also do it at a very late timing, like Lounge did this time around. So that was probably to try to sell it even more. But it's like you said, with the one guy from Lounge really committed to the fake going down so quickly, that pretty much destroys the illusion.
Lounge going for a fast play into the B bomb site. This is a buy. Bomb is down in a moment. Into a 3 versus 3. Trades continue. RUBINO getting taken down from the high ground. SZPERO again with that AWP always causing problems. Things slowing down as Lounge try to identify where the remaining CTs are, but the longer they wait, the better positions Dignitas will have as Lounge look to take the bomb onto the side. The bomb is down at the moment and will require retrieval. Both these teams looking for an edge.
Yeah, surprising that they didn't grab the bomb. They had the time to do so. They didn't necessarily know that, but now this makes it quite awkward because they're burning time, and Dignitas know they don't have to be overly aggressive. The bomb still needs to go down. So we're going to have engagements like this, which shouldn't happen until the bomb is planted, and now Sanden able to give the edge required for Dignitas to pull out the round with 2 players surviving. Lounge, perhaps a little bit of an oversight there, not grabbing the bomb immediately.
Yeah, I definitely think so, especially because it gave Dignitas, who were already really slow on the rotation over from A, time to get into a position where they could, like you said, not push aggressively. They weren't forced onto the side, and that would have been a really awkward retake for them as well, because SZPERO has the superior positioning with the AWP, and MSL is still going to have to try to run at people around corners and find awkward angles with an AWP.
5-2. Lounge on the buy once more. And the money is running low, however. Dignitas with momentum in their side. Cash less than ideal for both these teams. Might have a few mountains here or there, maybe 1 or 2. Other than that, the money's quite ropey.
Do get spotted out, and MSL actually going to open up on mouz. So great start, and on a map like Overpass, executing with just 1 man down is also really, really hard. It's kind of similar to train in that way, because you definitely need a lot of nades to get onto a bomb site here.
So it's going to be a slow play back up A long. It's going to be essentially the plan B for Lounge after losing a couple players on their initial idea of opening the round. And pretty forward smoke there from CSGL Lounge, which is an interesting one. It might be a bit of a tell because, of course, the idea is that it allows them to safely approach. But we might see RUBINO spam through. Dignitas with 5 players left alive are holding tight to these setups, and they should be pretty strong in holding this one off. It's pretty obvious what's happening right now. Oh, the double comes in from MSL. 2 for 1. Buy 1, get 1, 3, James.
That would be 2 for 1, Dad. Your powers of observation continue to serve you well. Lounge gonna get the buy despite not getting the plant. Now their money is really running low. Dignitas crawling their way back into this map, into this half, should I say. Again, the CT side is where the rounds are favoured on this map. However, they're still at a deficit following a bad start versus Lounge. Lounge in control of short B. That's going to be important territory moving forward. 2 CTs though, close to the top of connector. 1 retreating, and we'll still have Sanden alone in that forward position. MSL going to rotate the AWP after taking some damage over towards the long area. But again, Lounge with control of short B seem focused on that site for the time being. No picks yet for either side, however. No AWP to peek through monster with for the T side.
This seems like it's going to be, well, now the bomb's rotating back over towards A, so maybe they're going to try to do a similar fake or just commit to the Navi push here, but they're going to have to get past MSL first. And they don't.
So 3 players now as they make their way onto the bomb site. But it's a little bit strained as Dignitas slow them down. And that is going to give them ample time to rotate. But MICHU coming in with that opening towards B is desperately needed. But he will deliver. He will create a good situation for his team. RUBINO creeps in though. That bomb being planted, his approach is not necessarily known, but there is one to the left, MICHU, and he's going to get a free frag, but no, he can't quite finish off mouz. That is a big loss there for RUBINO. That's going to slow him down massively. He does have a kit and an incendiary, and this off angle is devastating. MICHU with 3, he will save the round for Lounge.
I think the issue for RUBINO there was he started firing his gun before he actually started aiming at the player. So his spray wasn't where it was when he started the crosshair.
Yeah, when he started fine-tuning.
Exactly.
And that's a big round for Dignitas to lose as well, especially going up and having a man advantage pretty early on there. So Dignitas players being caught too far forward really to actually retreat and play off the advantage they got.
The way things were going, I thought that it would be Lounge who would be having to eco first, but there we go, they've changed things up now. RUBINO, ooh, that's a nice dink in onto Oskar, who's left with 6 HP, but the trade is not happening. Oskar's going to get the hell out of there. 3 players left on this ecoing Dignitas side, make that 2 config. Being dispatched off by MICHU. KJB's got his Deagle and his Kevlar, so he may opt to save this, although it seems unlikely based on his position. Escape may be impossible, implausible.
Yeah, it's a nice angle though, but it's kind of a one shot and then that's more or less it, as he can't really fall back any further as he would have lost the side already. Perhaps Sandin can get something done. It's nice tapping, and KJB actually moving out of his position at the wrong timing, and that is going to be that really for this round. Sandin could maybe pick up 1 kill on the offset, but it's not going to amount to too much. Not really going to count. quite a nice little play or attempt around the door there, but MICHU gets the kill and Lounge on 7 rounds. Dignitas struggle to put up a response.
It's still not a great buy coming in from Dignitas either, and they were so close to breaking the economy of Lounge. So this has to feel pretty heartbreaking. And I'm not really that optimistic going into their T side either, given how they're playing with 2 stand-ins. I'm still going to take a quite forward positioning here. And again, if you can find an early kill on any of the CSGL Lounge members, then that's going to be absolutely amazing for them.
Indeed, that position is one that's commonly smoked by the T side, but they are heading through the playground area. So nobody in the long for Dignitas at the moment. We may expect a rotation from MSL once again with the AWP, but can he get himself in position soon enough? With the time on the clock, he won't be able to push up as much as he would have liked, and he is about to get smoked off to boot. Pushing through the smoke though, looking for some brave play, but the flash will force him away. Not detected. Config will be lost elsewhere, and Lounge will continue to advance. There is a CT in the B short area, as you can see. That's Sandin. Again, it is a very important area to hold, and they'll need to spot 1 player towards Monster, but they'll still be stretched with only 4 alive.
Yeah, Lounge is starting to make the effort towards the A bomb site now. You can see that the player lurking around MICHU is actually rotating, and oh, nice flick there from himself, but he gets traded straight away. SZPERO very, very close. Good thing that RUBINO has got a good angle too. He's going to be taken down by Innocence, so this is really not panning out for Dignitas. Just on KJB now, the stand-in. Can he get it done? The reserve forces move in. 3 players. This should be incredibly impossible with the bomb planted where it is. Players in toilet, players, or a player in toilet, player in A long, and one could very well be flanking. Oskar. Oh wow, nice prediction there from KJB, but still, it took so much time to kill that 1 player, and there's still 2 more to go through. He's going to try to bait out the next one. He knows where he's coming from. KJB could just go for the stick here. He doesn't know where the next player is going to be coming from. Oh my god, KJB gets the frag, but it's not going to happen. It won't count. It was a pretty good effort, though, to get all the frags, but no time.
Yeah. Again, unfortunate how that plays out for Dignitas, and Lounge this time around actually opted to do the Navi take towards A and not fake it, and even with a valiant effort from MSL and RUBINO, not going to be quite enough. And Dignitas can't afford themselves to actually either get heavily tagged up towards B or lose players on B2 MICHU, because that really delays the rotation coming in from Dignitas over towards A.
Dignitas now on the eco. RUBINO's going to get taken down very quickly. We've got a lurker in Innocent. Meanwhile, the clearance of the B site will begin and end in quick succession, leaving Sandin alone on a rotation through Connector. So This is a nothing round for Dignitas with the small investments they have made. No frags as of yet, and we're unlikely to see them unless Sandon's acute angle is pursued by one of these unfortunate Ts. So, Lounge heading towards a 9-3 score on the less favoured side of this map. Very strong indeed. We had a flurry of rounds from Dignitas, but since then they haven't had a look in.
No, it seems like 3 things are very certain about about life, and that's death and taxes plus Lounge going towards B on an anti-eco. They've literally done it every time Dignitas have been on an eco. They've just slowly walked through Monster and pushed up. And it's been working every time. Dignitas have only stacked it once.
Very interesting stuff. Lounge looking like they might be good for the fight in Vegas against the winner of Conquest or Enemy, but let's not speak too soon. We've got another buy from Dignitas. So they could turn it into 6 rounds. They definitely have a strong, solid, well, they don't have a solid shot, I guess, but it's something to work with.
Very, one.
Yeah, it's reasonable. It's very reasonable, I think. It's a feasible result to work with. And now we have a very passive play from Lounge, perhaps expectant this time of some aggression from Dignitas. And so they are slowing their pace down or compared with some of the usual rounds that we've seen. That bomb down by Playground. Dignitas not biting though. 3 players on the B bomb site, 2 forward on A long. No control over sewers, toilets, or the connector area. It's kind of a risky business for Dignitas because they have so many blind spots in the middle of the map.
Yeah, it's steely determination, but how long can they hold that for? 50 seconds remain, and they may start to wonder if they have made the wrong gamble, at least towards A. MSL moving back. MSL is without armor at present. I'm assuming Innocent fell off there by accident, looking to boost his teammates. Yes, he is. SZPERO is coming in to start the party over towards B. Sees a quick peek, and they might have to react faster before the rotation starts to come in. SZPERO looking to charge the site with the AWP. See KJB behind the pillar, but the frags are coming the way of Dignitas. 2 more going for Lounge though, and the advantage will spin around in a matter of a few seconds. 15 seconds left though, and RUBINO's position may win the CTs of the round. Gonna stop the bomb planter from getting the frag. 8 seconds left, RUBINO still alive. There come the final frags for Dignitas, not out of this just yet.
Dignitas knew that was coming well in advance. And that made a big difference.
Sandon having a very forward position on A, and with the time slowly running out, that just became fairly telegraphed, even though Lounge didn't really announce anything at all. And I'm not really sure who it was who made the quick jump. Was it KJ maybe? Who did the quick jump to spot the 2 guys towards sewers? So that definitely helped out a lot.
Now it's time for the push from Lounge. A very, very fast contact play straight into the bomb site, running grenades, and everybody is blind from Dignitas. They are having a hell of a time trying to hold on to this one. RUBINO, excellent performance with 2 frags. He might have given something to work with, but it's still a grim situation for the remainder of the Danish side in Sandon and MSL. MSL looking to go forwards with this AWP, but could really use some support here from Sandon, but great angle found by Oskarish. In comes MSL. He'll get a nice little quick scope there onto Mouz, but he is incredibly low on health now, and he's going to back away with the AWP. He knows that this round is done and dusted, and he is going to just keep himself with a decent rifle. I'm not sure. How's the money now, right now? Okay, then, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be reset.
This is really bad for Dig.
Yeah, and I think that's why MSL opts to save as well, because he knows that, again, they're going to be in a situation where the AWP is the only real weapon they're going to have for the round, so it's better to have that than going up with 5 pistols. And I'm curious now that CSGL Lineup know that an AWP has been saved, if they're still going to go for that slow peek or basically contact play towards B for their anti-eco rounds, or I guess anti-force buy in this case, because that's something that MSL definitely could punish with an AWP towards Monster.
Well, we'll see. MSL is in fact moving very quickly towards Connector, potentially looking to get a short play in there, and Lounge going for the fastest of fast pushes into Monster, closing the distance, and now the CTs will be on the wrong end of the short B choke point. MICHU coming in for the peak, MSL to take him down. Will we see a smoke grenade there? I think we might, indeed we will, but there's one player past sandbags, that's Config, and he's picked up an AK as well. Starting to charge the site now, he's going to take down Oskarish. The man advantage for the CTs. Coming in through the short smoke now, will leave Mouz alone versus KJB and MSL. Shot through the smoke, Dignitas will somehow win the round.
That was very much needed. And I'm actually surprised that we didn't see Dignitas just straight up stack the B bomb side. I guess they might have expected a change from CSGL Lineup, seeing how they had an AWP saved, but luckily for them, going with 2 people into underpass allowed them to have that extremely fast rotation. There we go, 5 rounds. That was the bare minimum, if anything, for Dignitas going into that second half.
Oh god, it's very bad. They have to win this pistol. I mean, I feel like the pistol will 100% decide this. 100%. Because it's already so unfavorable, I would say, for Dignitas on the T side, let alone being behind so many rounds. They've got to equalize it with the pistol win. And let's see how they attempt to do it. They had a disaster on the first half for the pistol. And, ooh, Innocent getting a little bit frisky there by the party area. And the bomb is by Monster, so it does appear that Dignitas are going to try to get a bit of distraction, get a bit of rotation, and try to guarantee the plant at the very least on B.
It's going to be duels all day here. Oskar has a HE. Other than that, there are no nades on any of these players. CT's going to get the duel so far, but the bomb is making its way into B, which looks like it's going to be a retake here for Dignitas with 1 player spotting. That's mouz. We can see Dignitas going to have a player in CT water, which is going to be a very key angle as well. MICHU coming in now, as will the rest of his team. We'll see if they can get any sneaky boosts in. 5 versus 3 remains, and SZPERO going to get the frag onto Cage and B. His position was important. Now it's config versus 5. There's the first headshot. He will need a lot more. Going for some spam now. Too many pistols headed in his direction, and the pistol has been won by Lounge.
Yeah, I think there's some positionally a couple misplays there, but how do you feel about the fake Halvor? It did actually force Lounge out of position, but then put Dignitas 3 versus 5.
Yeah, I think the fake is okay, the idea of it, but you definitely have to get something out of it. I think they were just lucky by the fact that Lounge decided to over-rotate like crazy. Otherwise, they shouldn't have even gotten a bomb plant out of it. MSL had a prime opportunity to actually pick up a frag onto SZPERO. Missed that opportunity, and that's been pretty much the case for a lot of the players on Dignitas on this map so far.
They do at least get themselves guaranteed AKs next round, which is going to be the saving grace, but oh my god, it's a bit of a slaughter here.
They're all dead, that.
They are. It's an abattoir on the B-bomb site.
It's nice to see, I didn't realize actually, but you have a shadow disadvantage coming out of the monster tunnel there.
Yeah.
You saw the P90 holding the angle from the pillar on the site with the pre-fire. Welcome parade of bullets to the face.
Yeah, but this is you know, kind of what that fake really guaranteed was that he got the bomb down. So even if they lost the pistol, they get this situation where they got better weapons going into the 3rd round of the second half. Now, SZPERO is in a very powerful position here. If he gets the flank here in time, if they aren't too far away, this P90 is going to do massive damage. Okay, they are quite far away. The P90 is too ineffectual
But
at
he
that
gets some
range.
flashes from his teammates though on the A site. You can see the first one there to slow them down. He's going to come in with a flank flashbang himself. So the teamwork will prevail here, and that P90 will come in for massive, massive damage. The call was made, and the deal has been done. Cajun's going to get shot from the back.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh
And
god.
even if he doesn't end up getting any frags in that situation, he'll still have the information that the bomb and 2 other people are going towards that A bomb site in full fury. So it's going to be the easiest rotation of Lounge game in his life at that point. Well, nothing is going right now for Dignitas because SZPERO finds a little time of window where the smoke's still up, and he can actually move past behind long without being spotted by the 2 players on Dignitas.
Yeah, that was the GG with that P90 play. And it is pistols for Dignitas. They don't expect all that much. And they're likely going to be forced to go for a buy in the next round as the carnage ensues. And Dignitas look to be snuffed out.
Not
So,
looking great.
Yeah, it is quite a... it's hard to stomach what Dignitas are being put through at the moment.
And you can see it's a bit unusual to see, but kind of who you expect to be the big performers. Config, for instance, not having a great game. Cajun has pretty much had no impact whatsoever. 3 of the kills he got was in a 1-on-3 after plant, where he never really had a shot at actually winning the round either.
Right.
Sandin not having a great game either.
SZPERO getting flashed off his angle, going for some pot shots, not going to make any connections. Early advantage for Dignitas. Will they continue with the fast play here? There is a lurker towards B. We'll have to see if he ventures in there as these frags continue. Potentially in favour of Dignitas, potentially not. There is an open play here, and SZPERO is the one holding it. He has been a thorn in the side of Dignitas this entire match with the big green gun. Got a bit of a flank potentially coming in here. Although they are facing MICHU. I'm not sure they saw him close. That's the bomb. And MICHU's got the AWP holding the angle for him as well. He's going to push for the flashbang. There's one frag, getting Sandon as well. And this is a veritable disaster for Dignitas. The choke point being smoked off to make things even worse.
Yeah, it couldn't really be much worse. KGB with the 1 versus 1. And he will win that one. The bomb is far away though, and to recover that, it's going to take time, and time is not really a thing that is in high amount for Dignitas at the moment. We've got 30 seconds, in fact, to get the bomb and get it on the site. And there's 3 players of Lounge, all 3 that remain. They're on a, they realize what's going on because they have the spot. Oh, that is a sickening tap from KGB. The sidestep, the shots, and maybe this round could be alive after all. 15 seconds though to plant the bomb, as there is 2 players lying in wait here from the CSGO Lounge side, and they will win the round 15-5. Dignitas yet to post a single victory on the second half.
P90 whistling through the winds into the chests of those poor Dignitas players. You have the bright lights of Vegas slowly dimming, slowly fading away, Dan.
Yep.
As the plane taxis and they watch from behind the fence.
Well, Conflict with a good opening at least onto SZPERO, and it's not going to be traded. Bomb is left on the other side of the map though. So Dignitas not looking to commit to anything right away.
This would be quite an epic comeback if they were to make this one happen. But 5 versus 3, 5 versus 1. So pretty good round to say the least for Dignitas. Finding some success finally, but having lost 5 in a row, of course the situation is that it's quite... actually no, there's not. I thought there would be enough here for a decent buy for Lounge, but actually they sustained quite some damage in previous rounds.
Mouse can drop though.
Looks like they'll go for it.
They're going to force it up. They're going to use the force. But will they be... You're welcome. But will they be... will they... I can't finish it. Never mind. It started off well.
That's hilarious.
So, Dignitas against 9 match points. SZPERO looking away for any potential flashbangs, also playing close quarters with the Mag 7, but MSL is going to be smart enough to take him down. So a strong advantage for Dignitas. Let's bear in mind that there are only 3 rifles on the 4 Lounge players. Innocence rocking with a Caesars. Innocence down. There's a man advantage for Dignitas now. There's a player, a CT player in long A, which is where Dignitas might be headed. Can that player get back to the site in time? MICHU's not looking behind him. I think he's going to get it around the corner just before they come in. Mal's going for a peek, and he's found some information, but now he's dead. 2 versus 4. Both these CTs on opposite bomb sites as well, so MICHU's going to have to go nuclear to hold this for his team.
Yeah, and actually at this point, we see the rotation from Dignitas. Smart play, just regrouping back with RUBINO, who can go to Monster. 3 on short, 1 on Monster, split. Now they know where Oskarish is. And, oh, they might be a little bit too fixated because MICHU comes in with perfect timing. Now it's a 2 versus 1. MICHU's got the heads lined up, and he gets both. That's that. And 16-6 is the final score. And Lounge, they're going to Vegas, baby.
Indeed they are. The polls are going to be on the strip. I didn't even... Never mind. The polls are going to be on the strip, so congratulations to them. They're going to be our first finalists in Las Vegas. Later on we will find out who will be joining them from North America. At this point we'll bring in Wienecke. What are your thoughts on that final map?
Well, it was well deserved for Lounge. As we mentioned, it's unfortunate that Dignitas had to play with 2 stand-ins, but still it was just real solid play from Lounge as a team, and as well as their individual players also showed up. They were on point with their aim. They had a good start to the game as well. Dignitas started coming back, but then again we can see how important economy is in the game of Counter-Strike. Even after Dignitas won 3 rounds in a row after losing the initial 5 rounds, Lounge was still able to buy comfortably, and they were finally able to break Dignitas's economy. Then they were able to string a couple of more rounds together, ended the half with 10 T rounds, which is, in my opinion, should be at least more than enough to close out the game, which they managed to do in the end. So props to Lounge.
Dan, what are your thoughts on this best of 3?
Yeah, well the thing is that it's always going to be slightly disappointing because we know that Dignitas are a highly drilled side, and MSL has put a lot of work in with them in making sure that they have a good deep map pool, that they've got strategies and like cool tactical setups for a lot of situations. And we've seen the breadth of that in some of the matches that we've previously seen. But then when you get to this situation, a lot of that goes out of the window. And you know, it's not just one player, because one player is bad enough. It's two players, and so how do you do that now? Because on the CT side, that's technically, you know, maybe two pairs of people instead of just one pair that would be affected, and then that's going to weaken you across the board. So two makes a lot of a difference as far as standings goes. So it's a bit disappointing from that perspective, but it's also exciting to see the Lounge get an opportunity to shine. It's been a while since we've seen them in a position to actually perform. It's been the story of Vexed, generally speaking, from Poland. So now we'll see Lounge.
And it's not just that, you maybe even have players who play the same spots when you switch out two players. You know, when you only switch out one player, then usually someone will be able to adjust and then switch around. But when it's two guys, then maybe someone will be forced to play in a position that he's never played before. And of course, these are all pro players. They know the, you know, angles, maybe some counter flashes, but it's more than anything else, it's the timings and reading the game from that particular position and being able to give important information to your in-game leader as well. So there are a lot of things that can make it more difficult for a team than just, you know, the obvious ones when they have to play with a stand-in.
So Halvor, CSGO Lounge going to Vegas, facing off against Enemy or Conquest. How do you fancy their chances?
I actually like CSGO Lounge's chances, especially because they've shown a streak of games now throughout the tournament where they've been playing well. They haven't gone through, because of disastrous performances from anybody else. I feel it's been more them actually earning their way to Vegas, and that's really encouraging. And I think they should have a good shot at it as long as they put in the time to actually check out their American opponents. Obviously, they're not going to know who it is until later tonight, but I think they should have a good shot at beating both Enemy and Conquest if they put in the work.
Yeah, there's a lot of preparation time actually.
Yeah,
a really large amount of preparation
for
time.
a tournament, there's actually going to be time to prepare. And well, if they can keep it going, then I don't see any reason why they couldn't grab $50,000 from Vegas.
Well, that's going to bring this portion of the broadcast to a close. We will be back in a few hours with the North American final. Again, that will be Enemy versus Conquest. Another story of upsets from start to finish, potentially. So we will say goodbye for now and see you in a few hours with the final match of the online portion of the Road to Vegas.